This is me. This is Allie. We're married. But our pop culture references go over each other's heads. So this is the show where we bridge our cultural gap. This is Allie Hasn't. Hey everybody, welcome back to Allie Hasn't.
Hi, I'm Allie.
And I am Doug. And today we are going to be watching The Land Before Time. I'm actually not super keen on this particular cover art. It's okay. But the one I grew up with on the VHS tape I liked a lot more. Allie, how's it going?
I'm alright. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm sleepy.
Oh dear.
So it's a good time to just settle down in for a movie.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Have you ever heard of The Land Before Time before?
I have heard of it. I just know it's about dinosaurs, as the cover has also shown me. That's pretty much all I know.
Okay. It is a dinosaur movie, but it's not Dinosaur. Nor is it We're Back, a dinosaur story. So this is a Don Bluth film, which we watched one of before on the show, The Secret of Nim. That was his debut as a
I forgot director. I watched that. I have very vague memories of it. Mostly the lab with the dogs. Yes? You remember it too? You weren't even born yet.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't even born when we posted that episode. So you don't remember it that well.
I also forgot that we watched the Santa Claus.
This one was released after Secret of Nim. I definitely watched this one a lot as a kid. This was like on regular rotation. As far as like for the audience's sake, I know with Don Bluth, you watched a little bit of his later stuff. Anastasia. Shoot, what was that one called? Titan AE.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, this is well before those ones.
Thumbelina?
Thumbelina was after this as well, but that was before. I think it was before Anastasia. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Thumbelina's. I remember that the trailer for Thumbelina. Thumbelina. Anyways, I will give a little disclaimer. We're gonna talk over this movie. That's just how
this. It sounds like we're gonna taco.
We're gonna taco the movie. We're gonna talk over this movie. That's just the way this show goes, and we're not gonna show all your favorite parts. I have to edit it again for copyright reasons. And also just to like make the show more streamlined. To maintain the flow of the show, we gotta make some cuts, okay? So I hold on to the best bits of our reactions and give them to you. So take that for what it's worth. After the reactions, we will give a review. My review of having seen it before, but also like with sort of a fresh perspective because it's been a really long time since I watched this movie. And also Allie's first impression of it. That's how the show goes down. Meow. Like you heard.
How old were you when you last saw this?
I used to watch this when I was very little. When I last watched it, I actually have no idea. I want to say I have seen it once in my adult life, but it's been at least a decade. Probably longer than that. Shall we begin?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, we got some
blibby blibbies.
weird submerged drowning lizard going on here.
He's not drowning. He's doing just fine.
Drowning is often silent.
He doesn't look like he's panicking. Maybe he wants to die.
Bubbles.
I'm speaking of bubbles. I'm getting nostalgia bubbles just from watching this.
Nostalgia bubbles.
Yeah, it's like these they're filling up.
I'm well aware.
Oh, George Lucas as well.
Some big names. Could you imagine how long it must have taken to draw all of this by hand?
Well, they probably had a bigger animation team than they did on The Secret of Nim, because the animation team was small there. Yeah, the more hands, the better. Eat it. Yeah. Oh, I almost had it. Keep trying.
Is that supposed to be a shrimp or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because honestly, when I first saw it, I thought it was like, it looks like my appendix. And I know how my appendix looked like because it was removed from me.
And did they show it to you afterward? They're like, hey, look.
Yeah, they did.
Sweet.
Yeah. I never got it back though.
No, they didn't give it to you as a souvenir.
No, they burned that.
They're like, so this movie went head to...
Ninja Turtles! Sorry, what? He looked like he had the thing going on.
Okay. Yeah. This movie went head to head with Oliver and Company, a Disney film. And this one beat them at the box office.
My God, I just realized how long of an intro that was.
Back in the day, we used to have a thing called patience.
I wasn't being impatient. I just realized, like, wow, I didn't realize how long of an intro that was. I was just so captivated.
I'm just being silly. I'm glad you're captivated. That means that you did a good job.
So I can't look at dinosaurs the same way again.
From why?
people have become a lot more aware that our rendition of what dinosaurs look like is very different. They're just things that we can't take into account for. If we drew this skeleton the same way that we drew dinosaurs, not taking into account of like muscle mass or fatty tissue, it would look like this, which is what we think a dinosaur looks like. But then it's actually like a pug or whatever.
Some of the young seem born without fear.
Like this one. This one was born without fear or self-preservation.
All that remained of his herd was his mother, grandmother, and his grandfather. And
How was he born?
He knew they would be together.
Dad?
Because his dad, went out for a pack of smokes, never came back.
How do you know it's really there?
Some things you see with your eyes. Others you see with your heart.
Somebody's saying I don't know.
That means nothing.
Yeah. She's like, look, man, I gotta go somewhere. We can't stay here, okay? Might as well have a goal in mind.
Why are they so much smaller
Come, Sarah.
than the adults?
Three horns never play with long necks.
Racism.
Three horns never play with long necks.
That's how it happens. Just gets passed down.
Past the great rock that looks like a long neck.
I never actually noticed how this looks very, very hand drawn. Like it's got a kind of a very, I don't know. There's a certain style to it that I never noticed or appreciated before.
They've got a lot of creative names.
Well, it's a little on the nose, but
Oh, it's like Shelob's cave.
It's like, I don't like that. And see, now it's personal. First it was hunger. Now he's.
And I was like, now you have to die.
He's like.
I have a big head and small arms.
Yeah.
Step on him, step on him. Yeah, whiplash.
Kick him in the grill.
He doesn't have use of his forearms. Oh wait, she got bit or something?
She got bit.
Oh no. Gotta put a band-aid on that. You can tell he's evil because he has the red eye. And not because he's chasing after the protagonist.
Yeah. I mean, really, he's not evil per se. He's just a hungry boy. And also, we're assuming it's a he. It could be a lady T-Rex.
Yes, die. That sucks. The guy
Actually-
would just grab him some lunch. That sucks.
Well,
Circle of life, And
well, yeah, but those kids weren't gonna. He wasn't gonna get much out of them. It's definitely not worth the expenditure of energy. And also, not to mention this terribly timed earthquake.
But don't predators always go for the weak or vulnerable?
Yeah, but they're very small. They're really little.
With the clash of continents, a great earthquake split the land. Sarah was on one side of the divide. Her parents.
Is this
were on
supposed
the
to be
other.
taken from Triceratops?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mother!
Mother! Ah, of course. And she's gonna die. Why are kids shows always killing off parents? In order for you to grow into a person,
Yes, you can.
your parents have to die in front of you. Giving you trauma that will last your entire life.
Or your horse. Your horse has to die in front of you too.
Dear sweet.
Artax?
Yeah.
What do you mean if I can't see you? I can always see you.
Oh, sweet summer child.
Let your heart guide you.
My heart wants food!
Whispers.
Never tell a kid to listen to their heart. The heart is saying, I want that!
Mother?
Yes, just watch this really happy family
Yeah.
and
Just
suffer.
perfect timing.
So the Great Valley is like a...
I don't know. It's like the promised land, I guess.
Okay. Very clear objective.
Well, that's the thing, is that they're going on faith. They're already working on faith, and now he's doing it all by himself.
Do you remember the way to the Great Valley?
great. She can communicate beyond the grave. Could you imagine
As the great mother,
your mother still nagging you from beyond the grave?
let your heart guide you.
Clean your room.
And that though the great valley was far away, and the journey there was perilous,
How would he know
he would
that?
have to find his way, or the
No one
chain
told him
of life
anything.
would be broken.
Well, he was listening to the narrator. She's like, oh, she's
Like, this is dangerous? Why didn't anyone tell me?
Hello. What do you want? Nothing. Where are you going?
Hey, don't be so sassy. His mom died.
They're on the other
Well, she doesn't necessarily know that.
I'm a racist dinosaur. You can't climb up the other side. Maybe you can't.
Because you're weak and pathetic. It has no mom.
The Great
Oh,
Valley.
jeez.
She kind of reminds me of like those really bratty kids. Well, I guess she's supposed to be a bratty kid, so you nailed it, Don Bluth.
Yeah, yeah. You hit it out of the park. Actually, I really like the scenery.
Hello.
Are they changing colors?
I said hello.
What is happening?
I lost my family in the big earthquake.
Oh, poor kid.
You want to go with me? Yes. Oh. Oh yes, yes, yes.
She's pretty chipper for someone who's lost her entire family.
All right.
Yes, well, I think she's happy to find somebody who,
Just like, yes, they're finally gone.
Huh?
I like her voice. It's so
Maybe.
cute.
My mother said it's where all the herds were going. Now don't step on a crack or you'll fall and break your back.
At least she didn't say, "Oh, you'll break your mother's back." 'Cause
Yeah.
he'd
Yeah.
probably have like flashbacks to his mom.
yeah, too soon, too soon.
My stomach is talking.
Give me food. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh no, I know her.
you looked up the ducky voice?
Yeah, I was just like, wait, I remember that there was a really young girl in this movie who was killed.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I wasn't gonna get into it. Yeah, it's a real sad story.
Is that the T-Rex from before? Is that a hat?
What? A hat?
What is that beside the face? It looked like
I
a
think it's its eye. Beside the face?
Oh. What are you? This is how kids like you just get seriously hurt. See? Touch the eye, then it goes like, oh.
It's like, oh, not again! I hate these kids!
He's an angry lizard.
I'm angry.
These things are changing colors. Am I insane?
So one thing I think that they're trying to do, maybe not always successfully, is play around with the lighting and how that affects colors.
Yeah, it's really not working.
I think sometimes it works great, and maybe sometimes it does not.
Like, there's a difference between a reflection of light and then just completely changing the color of a character, and it's...
I think maybe they got too ambitious.
Stay up there? Sharktooth is dead. He fell down into the big underground.
Falling from that height. Man, that thing would have exploded.
It depends on how it fell. I mean, if it was just a free fall,
Yeah, like...
but I think he may have like slid down.
I am brave.
They say snoring? That's so cute. Oh.
It's Charles.
You are late. Yes, you are. Yep.
I know what it's like to get out of bed really late.
Come out. You are all alone. Are you not scared?
He doesn't even understand enough about the world to know what fear is.
We're going to the Great Valley. You can go with us. Yes, you can.
She's just recruiting him
You
now.
are a spike tail.
God, it is like Charles.
I was just thinking that.
It's
like Charles.
It's like Kitty.
Your form looks so ridiculous.
Hey, they're getting stuff done. Not just sitting there laughing.
I can get my own green food.
Now you're gonna starve.
I know my way to go. And I'm not afraid to
What is she trying to prove?
She comes from a toxic family. You can tell. It's not good.
He just shove his butt. I mean, his head in his butt.
Whatever it takes, man. She's gonna do what she had to do to survive.
This is your great valley. You're great.
It is a valley. So let's start.
Leaving. Go on. Go the wrong way.
It's not like they need
We
her.
never wanted you with us anyway.
It's more that Littlefoot is trying to hold on to what little
Come on.
essence of family he has left.
No, be angry.
It would have been better if they established just like we can go this difficult way, or we can go this easy route.
Wait for us.
Are you sure this is the easier way, Sarah?
I wish.
So we've gone from Shelob's cave to now the end of Return of the King.
Oh.
It's been a rough day.
Who do you expect to help you? What? I did not see that one coming.
It's Sharptooth.
He's like, where's my dinner?
For all. What do we? Me? Oh no.
Oh, she's so cute. So at this point, this is definitely like a personal vendetta and all that. Like,
Yeah, this isn't about survival anymore. This is about, it's like, let's kill this guy. Oh. One clumsy T-Rex.
yeah. How did you make it this far?
I'm flying.
I'm flying.
Yeah, he gets his arc.
Oh, Decky.
I mean, yeah, they really,
Put her in peril here.
yeah, they threw her under the bus for sure.
Oh my gosh. That's not how they wanted things to go. You could just peck the eye. It's gonna do a lot more damage. What do I know? I've never fought a dinosaur.
You know, you haven't?
No. It's on my bucket list.
Okay.
And that was the story of Patreon.
Credits roll. Like, oh boy. But he's not like, well, at least he finished his story arc and he flew.
He was my friend.
Wait, did he actually die?
Poor Petrie.
Did they actually? Oh, I feel bad for making that joke.
Poor Petrie. Stop.
She said his name enough times to summon him.
Petrie.
It's 3 times, right?
You're safe. Yep.
Yep, 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 yep.
She's so cute.
Mother.
I'm coming back from the afterlife to tell you, you're taking too long.
Your grandparents aren't gonna last forever, you know?
Did it ever explain why they were in like the dead place for a little bit?
I think I mentioned that essentially like the climate was changing and that but they were fine, but things got to be inhospitable.
Why in the world did they not move sooner if it was that bad?
I mean, look, are we really ones to judge, given the state of the world and what's going on?
Fair enough.
You know, it's like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Things will go back to normal.
This is our new brother's life.
It's so
Look at it, like this dopey look on his face, perpetually with the blep. So are we not addressing the subtle racism between the dinosaurs? We
And
don't.
Littlefoot.
What is it? We don't spend time with each other.
Grandfather, at last.
The kids have
loving
overcome it. The
faces
parents,
he
they
looked
need some work.
on the day of his birth.
You've come so far. Don't throw
That's really short.
it away.
I was not expecting it to be like barely just a little after an hour.
Dreams are all we
Well, come on up, buddy. We just saw a movie that had a dinosaur that was just like you.
Charles.
He's getting ready. He's getting ready.
Hi, baby.
There we go. Oh, there he is. There's our Charles. There he is. Our sleepy, hungry baby boy.
Yeah.
Hey, Allie.
Hi.
What'd you think of the movie?
It was a film.
Oh, and there he is.
So it did. The problem is that there's not a very clear story of what was going on. I understand that there's this place that they need to get to, but there's no reason for lot of the characters or the conflict between all these dinosaurs, nothing's really ever resolved. There's no character development at all. I'm not entirely sure what I watched. It kind of reminded me of a very, very simplified version of Silver Wing.
I don't know what Silver Wing is.
Oh, well, it's a book and it was a show about, yeah, well, if you read it or watched it, you know what I mean.
It's interesting because in a lot of ways it works for me, but it could have benefited from being longer. There were some conflicts and some, just like as far as the way the story goes, and of like Sarah wants to go this way, Littlefoot wants to go this way. Just
flesh it out, right?
A few little scenes that could have made that more clear, and I think that would have gone a long way. Just to understand some of those conflicts and where they're coming from a little bit more.
Also, quit changing the colors on the dinosaurs, man.
Again, I think that was a choice to play around with the lighting. See, what Don Bluth, one of their objectives as a studio, what he wanted to do, was to really set a new standard for animation. Because it came from an era in which Disney was not profiting very much, so they were cutting a lot of corners. And so Don Bluth, in contrast, wanted to animate without the corner cutting to make it look like really good animation. And I feel on that front, I mean, you didn't like the color changing, but as far as like anything beyond that, I think it was indisputably like a gorgeous looking film. And I thought the animation was terrific, especially if you see where Disney was at the day. I mean, compared to like Oliver and Company, you can kind of see there's definitely a sketchiness to that era. It wasn't until actually this is one of the things, them losing to this film really made Disney want to step up their standards and go forward with movies like The Little Mermaid, which did sort of meet the high bar that this movie and other Don Bluth films set. To basically, they had to work to compete, basically, which I appreciate. You know, that's why competition is an important thing. If you have no competition, you don't have to up the quality of your product, right?
There's no challenge.
Yeah. But I still think some of the emotional stuff in the movie really works. There's definitely a really cool tone to it. I kind of like this understated world that they've created where, you know, the dinosaurs, they have a way of referring to each other and referring to the surroundings. That to me, I really appreciated that. It's a story that doesn't talk down. But I feel like they should have maybe elaborated on a few more things. So out of the Don Bluth films that we have covered so far, I do feel like The Secret NIMH holds up a little better. But I do still really respect this film.
Although if we're talking about our favorite Don Bluth films, Anastasia still.
How long has it been since you've seen that one?
It's been at least 10 years.
Okay, yeah. Any other thoughts?
The animation is great. Its backgrounds are fantastic, and you can see the actual drawings. You were mentioning earlier that there is a certain type of charm to it. Story-wise, it's really rough and very vague.
Vague is a good word. Everyone's been separated. We got to go to the Great Valley. So it's just a journey.
Like, I didn't understand why Spike was there. I don't know why Sarah was there, aside to annoy everyone.
Well, Sarah, I think, has one of the better arcs in the film.
She doesn't have an arc. She doesn't.
At the end, well, I mean, that's the thing, is that I think it could have been a little bit better payoff. She did have an arc. She did wind up coming to help rescue them at the end to defeat Sharptooth. She came in charging to join her friends in the battle, also to help overcome her fear. Like, she was terrified of Sharptooth, even though she pretended she wasn't. And so she helped overcome her fears and decided that she wanted to be part of the group.
I just don't understand also what the point of like trying to cause this divide between dinosaurs. Just like, we don't spend time with them.
I don't know. I thought that was sort of like the core of the story of all those different, the Spike and Petrie and Ducky.
Never felt like it was really addressed though. Where it's just if you're going to introduce not a class divide but a prejudice that is set amongst these different, not factions, but just like, you know, the different dinosaurs, then have a reason why it's here, or if there's a reaction from the parents of like, oh hey, these kids all came together and were able to work with
that would have been actually nice. Yeah, a bit more payoff.
Yeah.
The ending was super rushed in that everyone just made it to the Great Valley and they're like, yay, but even have a moment of their kids overcame something and succeeded working together.
Yeah,
I agree. Actually, I agree that is definitely like that needed the payoff. Yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah, so there's definitely some fair criticisms.
Not to say that it's a bad film. I mean, like as a kid, I think it's like, yeah, it's a good film.
Oh, and as a kid, you just get swept away in the journey. It really focuses on how scary it is with the notion of having to face the world alone when you lose a loved one, or in this case,
I don't think they delve deep enough. They're immediately going like, "Yay!" Ducky loses her whole family. I don't have anyone.
well, but Littlefoot's depressed for like half the film. Is that not enough? He spends so much of the film going, like just lost.
I feel it was performative.
Well.
Okay. So what's next for Allie Hasn't?
I was thinking it's been a long time since we played a video game.
Oh no.
This is a series that you are familiar with,
Okay.
but you haven't played the original Mario Kart.
Ah, okay. I'm in. Let's do it.
So.
Rosa.
Okay.
Well, this is for the outtakes.
There you go.
Rosa.